Well, if you've watched the show before, you know what time it is. It's Reporter of the Day. We've got Newschannel 7's Isabella Benjumea in the studio with us, and I have to say her story is probably one of the most talked about things happening maybe across the U.S. now, because the story has gone viral across the nation.
Yeah.
And it's a very unfortunate story to go viral. Unfortunately, there was a man in the hospital. He was attacked by a shark yesterday. He has injuries to both his arms. And you followed up today with our local expert, who's a NOAA biologist, who knows a lot about sharks.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very tragic situation. Yesterday, the man who is a Navy-based employee here in Panama City, he was taken to a local hospital. He went into surgery and he was in critical condition, and then he was transferred to a trauma hospital yesterday too. And we were told that he was bit in both arms by the shark. And it's just very unfortunate, but the NOAA research biologist that I spoke with said that attacks like this one are not likely at all. They're extremely rare, actually. It is not rare to see sharks here because they live around here, and actually during this time of the year, they give birth in bays like St. Andrews Bay. So it is common to see them, but it is not likely to get attacked by them. He also said it was most likely a mistake from the shark because they confuse sometimes our feet or our hands in the water for fish.
Act kind of in the mannerism as like a fish that's splashing around. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Unfortunately, when these things do happen, they do get talked about by a lot of people, and a lot of people focus on the negative aspect of this, but he did say that shark attacks actually have been on the decline in the last 5 years, right?
Yeah, they have been on the decline in the past 5 years. So like I said, they're not likely at all to happen. They're very rare. So, you know, it's a very tragic situation, and we're sending our thoughts and prayers to the man's family, but there's no need to be scared. Just take a few precautions when you're in the water here. Just try to not swim in murky or dark water, because that's typically where there's lower visibility, so sharks may see, like I said, your feet or your hands and may confuse it with something else. Also try not swimming where they're fishing, where there's people fishing, because you know, they have bait for the fish, and a fish may be nearby and a shark may be trying to get the fish, but if you're close by, they may get you confused instead. They may get confused. And also try to not wear jewelry inside or accessories inside of the water, because that can be shiny and be attractive to the sharks. Just take those few precautions, but there's nothing to worry about.
Yes, and actually yesterday you spoke with Dr. John Carlson, that is the NOAA expert that we're talking about. You had an interview scheduled with him a week in advance almost. You know, you were talking with him yesterday morning before any of this even happened.
Yeah, exactly. It was truly a crazy coincidence. I actually talked to him in the morning at 9, and the shark attack happened at 11:45 a.m. yesterday. So only like 2.5 hours after I talked to him, and we were talking, just explaining the migration process for sharks. Why are they more common during this time of the year? And it's been almost 2 years since you know,
the incident
in Walton County. So we were just talking about sharks, just are they likely, are they not? And then a shark attack happens. So it was pretty crazy. It's such a crazy coincidence, very tragic, of course.
And then you followed up with him again today, and he said this was a rare, something that, you know, shark likely made a mistake in this incident.
Exactly. So yesterday we just spoke kind of more in general about sharks and what they do, and today we talked specifically on this case, on this incident. He said it may have been a bull shark. Based on his experience, his educated guess would be that it was a bull shark, because he's seen those around the bay, and because of the extent of the injuries, it was probably a large shark, like a bull shark.
Yes. And I mean, there are sharks in the bay, so if you're going to be out in the bay, you know, just pay attention to your surroundings, you know. I mean, it's just that time of year. They're here and they're breeding, they're having babies, and that's where they live.
Yeah, it's their natural environment, so just be careful.
Yeah, but like you said, we are praying for the man who is in the hospital recovering from this incident. We have reached out to try to see how he's doing, and we haven't heard back yet. We're trying to figure out more information, so you're you're looking into that as well.
Yeah, and we'll definitely update everyone when we do have any more details on his condition.
All right, well, for her full story tonight is going to be on Newschannel 7 at 10 with the updated interview with Dr. John Carlson. So be sure to watch that tonight. You're not going to want to miss it. And thank you, Isabella, for coming over.
Thank you for having me.
All right, well, stay with us. We have some good news on the way.